motion at section 15C, which has been submitted in my name in the comment.
Can I find a seconder? I see lots of people are very keen. Councillor Abbs is on his feet first.
I had my hand raised very far before.
Yeah.
Wait for the question.
I see to the chair.
Okay, I am trying to look around all the time. Okay, Councillor Abbs, if I may, do you wish to withhold your right?
I would like to speak now, if I may, Chairman.
Well, actually, I have to go to Councillor Ardagh-Water first. He's the proposer. Now, members, you have up to 5 minutes in which to speak as individuals. So, Councillor Ardagh-Water, up to 5 minutes. Full time.
Thank you, Chairman. So, Chairman and Council and visitors, it's fair to say that concern about climate change has been around quite a long time. In 1992, the UN declared a climate change framework at the Rio conference. And 5 years later in Kyoto, in 1997, they instituted a protocol to aim to limit temperature warming to no more than 2 degrees above that existing at the pre-industrial age. The Kyoto Agreement was superseded by the Paris Agreement in 2016, which, recognising the increased sense of urgency in climate and evidence from scientists, reduced this limit to 1.5 degrees above pre-industrial temperatures. Coming forward to make this a bit more recent, last year, it's fair to say that the energy and the volume and the level of concern about climate grew hugely in urgency and scale. Worldwide, we're all aware of the mass movements, and that prompted at the UK level, among many other cities, both Bristol and Manchester, to declare climate emergencies late last year. And so far this year, over 100 local authorities in the UK have declared a climate emergency, and I look forward to us following and joining that band of concern to raise this agenda up the agenda. So locally again, because we are following the footsteps of many people, many dedicated activists and other councils for several years, I'm glad to see that this is not a contentious issue. I don't believe there is any disagreement with the urgency of tackling climate change, the need to act, and I do welcome this on several fronts. Firstly, this motion has been developed as a cross-party motion by a committee of all 3 groups. I commend in particular Councillor Masters for energising and pulling together the large numbers of people who signed the petition, which was received by the Council. And equally, I commend the energy and passion of the many people who've come to communicate with us, including many of the visitors here tonight, many other people who have contacted us individually as councillors. And I hope and trust that we as a council will respond to these senses of urgency. So very briefly, what is being proposed in this motion? Firstly, we are declaring, or I hope we will declare, a climate emergency in West Berkshire. This is not an exclusive sort of emergency where we can drop everything else and evacuate the house, to use the house is on fire analogy. We have to work on our other priorities in conjunction with our overall plan, as well as making progress on this matter. However, the word emergency is quite specific, and it signals to ourselves and everyone hearing it that this is a serious problem. If human beings do not change, the climate will suffer serious harm. So, as well as declaring a climate emergency declaration, we are proposing to develop and deliver and execute a strategic plan for the environment. This is aiming to deliver climate neutrality within West Berkshire by 2030. And again, execution of this, the delivery of activities and changes need to dovetail with other elements of the Council's strategic plan. A final point, which I'll just cover off now, to signify our sense of the importance of the actual delivery and follow-through after tonight, is that the executive will be given a report on progress during September. So this is something we are determined to start soon, and while it would be a big, complex and wide-reaching change, it will deliver change over the coming years.
30 seconds.
Finally, we as the Council need to work with other local authorities, businesses and local government to deliver change, and in particular, we need to work with residents of West Berkshire. We cannot do things in isolation. It's all our roles as councillors and as the Council to lead by example, to communicate the need for change. But at the end of the day, it is going to be our residents who are the ones who are going to respond to that change and avert this climate emergency. So I commend this motion to the Council.
Perfectly timed. Thank you, Councillor Ardagh-Water. Councillor